What's up guys, welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you'd like to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
Hearing the enemy numbers exceed 1 million naturally causes concern, even with 300 additional troops. Our forces were top-notch, all ranked over A, but if they made a series of errors due to fatigue, it wouldn't be surprising if they collapsed suddenly.
Should I send Gobda?
100 goblin riders. Our nation was secured by the labyrinth, and Gobda and his team had no tasks there. Or rather, I didn't want them to. The goblin riders were more suited for expansive battlefields. If we had them fight in the labyrinth, it meant we were in dire straits. In that case, it's probably best not to leave anything out.
Alright, let's do that. Ranga, accompany Gobda and protect him.
Understood.
Ranga's presence vanished from my shadow. Just as I felt a sense of relief, I heard Benimaru chuckling.
Rimuru-sama still has a soft spot for Gobda, as always.
Is that so?
Yeah, he's an excellent leader too, so there's no need to worry so much about him.
But you know, he can be a bit off sometimes, right?
He usually is, but on the battlefield, he's serious. But well, perhaps it's better to be overprotective this time.
Benimaru's cheerful demeanor had shifted. It seemed he sensed something unsettling about the enemy's behavior.
Which means, even in your estimation, the enemy is strong, right?
It's troubling. I'm seeing them through Geld's eyes, but the insects have no fear. They relentlessly attack over the corpses of their own comrades.
Wow, that's a nasty enemy.
Geld says it reminds him of the time when they were under his father's control.
Ah, the unique skill, starved.
That brought back more bad memories than nostalgic ones. Still, the image was clear.
Anyway, I hope everyone stays safe. Keep monitoring, and if things get worse, don't hesitate to call for backup.
Got it.
With that, I ended my conversation with Benimaru. Next, I reached out to Ramirez.
So, any response yet?
Hold on, I'm in the middle of something important. Wait, no Rimuru. Listen, it's not that bad.
She was loud. It seemed she thought I was someone else, but there was no way the telepathy net could mix up at a time like this. Clearly, she had skipped her training. I trusted Trainee-san and Beretta's management, but putting Ramirez in command might have been a mistake.
Can you put Beretta on for me?
Oh, wait a minute. You have to trust me.
Never mind that.
Yes.
She switched over without another word. It wasn't about lingering resentment from the Hinata situation or taking it out on her, but this was an emergency. This was no game. So, I needed to hear from Beretta.
I just received a call from Zone Dino. They have evacuated to a safe zone under Ultima-sama's orders.
That's Ultima for you. Unlike a certain unprepared fairy, she followed the manual.
And what about the enemy?
They said they're terrifyingly powerful, requesting immediate support. What should we do? Should we ask the other demon lords to return our forces?
That was a sensible suggestion, but the enemy's strength worried me. If we moved our troops, we might fall into their trap, and ideally, I wanted to keep our forces minimal. Before anything, Ingratia was Rumina's domain. We couldn't borrow from Rumina's. Leon was under enemy control, and Guy was guarding El Dorado. Regardless of whether Velzard attacked, keeping him there seemed wise. In that case, I was the only one left to fight. What should I do? Should I send the labyrinth team, or go myself? This place worried me, but I didn't sense any ominous presence. Testarossa was here, and Hinata and the Holy Knight Order were active. They could expect Rumina's reinforcements if needed, and above all, Velgrand-san was present. So...
Rimuru-sama. More information on the enemy's forces. Dino and Leon have been sighted.
Hearing that, my mind was made up. If Leon was involved, I had to go. No more hesitation. I had to bring Leon back to our side. Despite my doubts, I decided to turn them into determination and confront the enemy.
Alright, I'm heading out. I'll leave command here to Benimaru, and tell Ramirez to take her training seriously.
Understood.
Beretta seemed to convey a sense of disappointment, but I understood her point. It's not that Ramirez shouldn't be in charge, but she needed to learn the manual properly. Maybe making the control room so luxurious was a mistake. I had recreated it from memory to look as extravagant as any anime or manga setting. I spent so much money on it that everyone wanted to sit in the commander's chair, which was annoying. I even prepared a special seat for Ramirez, so she was already in the mood. It would be fine if we were just playing around, but this was a serious battle. I gave her a firm warning to fulfill her duty. A distinguished figure stood before Dagruel. It was Fenn. He appeared gentlemanly compared to Dagruel. Fenn was tall and slender, with well-toned, supple muscles. His skin was a ghastly white, bleached from years of isolation in a sunless room. His long green hair was unkempt, and his eyes glowed like jade. He wore a long, loose robe with an open bust, and chains wrapped around his waist and shoulders. The Gleipnir that had once bound him was now Fenn's favorite accessory. With a graceful movement, Fenn approached Dagruel, his body swaying. At first glance, he seemed vulnerable, but that was deceptive. He moved like a martial arts master, ready to counter any attack. Fenn smirked.
I've missed you, brother.
Fenn called out, and Dagruel sighed deeply.
I did miss you, but I never wanted to see you again.
Oh, don't be so cold. It's just us three brothers.
That's true. That's why I regret the path we took.
You have changed, brother. You used to be so cool.
Fenn replied with a disgruntled expression. To Fenn, Dagruel had been his idol. But now, he felt that Dagruel had lost his edge and was no longer interesting.
We once opposed Velda Navasama, and now we know the reality.
That's just your excuse, isn't it, brother? I don't accept that.
Nonsense. We're only alive because of his mercy.
That's what I hate, my brother being such a coward. And what about Velda Nava? If Feldway resurrects Velda Nava, then we will see who's stronger, black or white.
You fool. You don't understand who he is.
Enough of this argument. It's pointless. Now, let's fight. I will defeat you and wake you up, brother.
Fenn, you.
Both Fenn and Dagruel were engulfed in a swirling fighting spirit. Under the immense pressure, the Heavens Tower, which should be indestructible, shook violently. In the next moment, Dagruel's fist crashed into Fenn's face with a force that seemed to pierce the heavens and earth. However, Fenn held his ground. In return, he crouched deeply and delivered a powerful uppercut to Dagruel's stomach. Dagruel's body flew through the air, but Fenn seized the moment and kicked his legs. The impact of Dagruel's massive body hitting the wall made the Heavens Tower creak as if it were about to collapse. But Dagruel got up as if nothing had happened.
Your skills haven't dulled.
It's the same with you, brother. Any normal person would have been done by now, you know.
Don't underestimate me. The name Octagram carries weight.
You seem to like it.
Quite a bit, yeah.
Right after he replied, Dagruel unleashed his full fighting spirit. Dagruel had an existence value exceeding 40 million. Although Fenn's existence value was higher, his pressure matched that of the true dragons. The battle would rely on each side's abilities. Leon quietly entered the battlefield. Standing before him was Dagruel's younger brother and Fenn's older brother, Glassword. He was around 2 meters tall, large by most standards but small for a giant. His skin was yellow, between the shades of his brothers. His purple eyes had an intellectual gleam. Having endured hardships from being between an unruly older brother and a free-spirited younger brother, Glassword believed in staying open-minded. Despite knowing this, he couldn't change his nature. This was why Glassword wielded a two-handed sword, greatsword, a weapon focusing on technique, uncommon for giants who excelled in hand-to-hand or club combat. He didn't use a shield, and his fighting style was entirely offensive, showcasing his confidence. Though Glassword's existence value was just under 2 million, making him seem weaker than his brothers, he was undoubtedly a formidable million-class fighter. His skill level was the highest among the three brothers.
You're Demon Lord Leon, I presume. I am Glassword, second in command of the Titan Corps. I would have preferred to test my skills against you when you weren't deprived of your free will, but that will have to wait for another time. I concede the win for today.
With that, Glassword faced Leon. The dignified Veyron stood before the languid Dino. Veyron was a Duke-class demon peer, second only to Grand Duke Moss. However, he had to admit his chances were slim against an original pillar, comparable to the Primordials. Still, this was better than his master dealing with two such originals simultaneously, and he intended to fulfill his role to the fullest, which was to buy time. When asked so sweetly,
Dino won't take things seriously anyway, so I think you can handle him. If I intervene, Dino might get serious. That's why I'll leave this to you, Veyron.
He couldn't refuse. To meet his master's expectations, he resolved to give his all.
Well, I guess I have to fight too.
If you'd stall for time, I'd appreciate it.
I can't do that. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to slack off right now.
That's what Dino said, but he was still gauging how much effort was acceptable. It was frustrating he couldn't express this, but he was relieved to say the next line.
Well, Ultima is one thing, but I'll take you on with swordplay alone.
In other words, he declared he wouldn't use his skills. From Leon's battle, he knew he didn't need to fight with full strength. If Leon had been serious, the battle would have been much more intense. Dino had seen Leon's true fighting style. The flash of his sword was like light, capable of slicing even the spirit. He didn't believe the current Leon was serious. That's why Dino also imitated him. This wasn't slacking off, it was a way to stay true to his friends, Dino told himself. Observing Dino, Veyron understood. He was a demon very attuned to people's subtleties and emotions.
As Ultima predicted, Dino isn't enthusiastic about this fight. If that's the case, I can be a worthy opponent.
Once he understood that, the decision was easy. Pretending to be challenged by Dino and fighting back.
I've been taken for a fool. Then, allow me to break your arrogant nose.
As he said this, Veyron transformed using his ultimate gift, Artist. The form he took was that of Byakuya Araki's younger self, Agara's past life. He wielded a sword crafted by Kurabe, a legendary grade masterpiece designed to look like a walking stick. Kurabe's skills had significantly improved since he arrived here. The sword he had made for Esprit demonstrated his prowess, with 7 or 8 of his 10 swords being of legendary grade. Kurabe was on the verge of becoming a divine craftsman. The sword fit perfectly in Veyron's hand, and he began to appreciate the allure of swords, though only when using Artist.
Interesting. I'll take this a bit seriously.
That was a bluff. Dino's eyes flickered with unease.
You're okay, right? You get what I mean, right?
He was silently pleading that question. Veyron nodded broadly to reassure him.
I'll take your word for it. Go easy on me.
With that, he made Dino smile. In front of Pico and Gracia, Ultima stood alone.
Hey, Violet Primordial. No, it's Ultima now. You get the situation, right? Are you sure you want to take on both of us alone?
Gracia asked. Ultima responded with a grin.
It's no problem. For me, you guys are just the right warm-up.
We have been underestimated. I am pissed off too. I won't forgive you, even if you cry.
Unlike the situation with Dino and Veyron, this conflict was very serious.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel. A big thanks to the AnimeKouhai patrons who made this video possible. Jared Bressler, Chad Vota, Nate, Havox, Speed Saber, Curtis Loban, Judah Herrera, Justa Guy, Miss L.W. Hernandez, Jason Martin, Zach Rossan, Jarius Ladek, Ray Perez, Donald Williams, Moab A, Day of Light, John M, Godman Gaming, Markithian Tidwell, Adrian, Kumo, Sanketh Chelu, T. Bush, John L, Edgar Fuentes, JV, Thomas, J, Christ, Joshua Cousins, Vethelny, Khaled, Christian Deshazer, Cal Robs, Divine C. Harris, Panda Cats, DeAndre Nance, Monty Boy 98, D-Man, Ruben, Yuki Iki, Gray, Kamal Ebanks, Isaac, Koala King 93, Paul DeGrassi, Little 95, Quilly Buckner, Zephyros, Alver, Normal Defate, L, Gary Miles, Dragon Spawn 666, J. Rule, Liron Sangkap, Lucas Gay, Jason Martin, Echo Ski, Foolish Prophets, Ethan Madison, Sky T, Diego Ginoza, Andre Hamilton, Guy Endsley, Simon Road, Emperor WSA, Mika Espinosa, George Hage, Gobi Lin, Pratik Bandari, Arod Dare, Faiz Mansour, Jackson Early, Smexy, Carl Stephen Bernadel, Gareth Hashimoto, Steven Madison, Homelike Drop, Vasto Lord, Martin Ramos, Marl Barsha, Hansel Ortega, Karam Faraj, Efrain Hernandez, Luca Gaming WTF, William Locke, Jordan Mersha, Kamal Luke, Spencer Candila, Ian Sikibul, Potate, Thanacorn Lee Sawat, Lamar, KACP9R, Tony, The Harv, Mike Roch, Matthew Abraham, Drayden Yamauchi. Thank you so much for helping out. I'll see you guys in the next video.